something happening here. What it is exactly clear. I think it's time to stop, children. What's that sound? Everybody look what's going down.
Get out of the old and get into the cold.
Hi, Dad.
After years apart, Timmy's giving his dad a second chance.
You want to go to these places?
I want you to take me.
To prove he has the heart for fatherhood.
You're not wussing out, are you?
No.
Not to mention the stomach. Macaulay Culkin, Ted Danson.
For all the birthdays I missed, Tim.
Getting even with Dad.
I'll race you to the corner. No, wait. Okay, go.
Rated PG. Starts Friday, June 17th at theaters everywhere.
Control is everything. Once you got it, everything else just falls in place. That's why I use this stuff, Pert Plus.
One smart shampoo, control-enhancing conditioners for hair that's easy to handle.
It just works. My hair does what I want. That's enough for me.
Pert Plus.
No fuss. French-American Mary Pierce has had a career filled with turmoil. Pushed by her father to turn pro at age 14, his abusive behavior led to his banishment from tennis. Now, after stopping Steffi Graf, she's just a win away from her first Grand Slam title. The French Open presented by Fresca, tomorrow at 3 Eastern, noon Pacific on NBC.
There are places you can go where birds aren't the only ones that fly. And fish aren't the only ones underwater. Where you can take a ride in the wild, or just a wild ride. But if you go to any of the Busch Gardens or SeaWorld parks, bring your sense of adventure and your Visa card. Because every one of these parks will take your breath away, but none will take American Express. Visa, it's everywhere you want to be.
Most things in this world aren't big enough to handle 7 feet 2 inches, 310 pounds.
And I ordered the big breakfast.
How does that feel?
Oh, watch your head, Mr. O'Neill.
There is one notable exception. The Big Slam from Pepsi. One ice-cold liter of Pepsi big enough to handle the biggest thirst.
Ain't life grand?
I have a job, a family, a million things to do. Who has time to think about their car? That's why I take my car to Jiffy Lube for top quality products like Pennzoil. They're professional. They do a great job, and I like Pennzoil. Why would I go anywhere else?
Jiffy Lube, America's favorite oil change for busy people.
We got experience, Jiffy Lube.
Remember to bring your car to Jiffy Lube every 3,000 miles.
League MVP Akeem Olajuwon and the Rockets blasted past the Jazz, capturing the Western Conference Championship and soaring into the finals for the first time since '86. Now they'll battle the champions of the East in a primetime showdown. The NBA Finals are ready for liftoff. Game 1 Wednesday night in primetime at 9 Eastern on NBC.
Are you still drinking the old thing? Try the next thing, Powerade. With 33% more carbos than Gatorade and a taste you can really slam. Powerade, the next thing. How do you get a clean shave from a dirty razor? You don't. That's why the Schick ST has a one-push cleaning bar. Clean razor, clean shave. The ST from Schick. We're changing the face of shaving.
Something big is happening at McDonald's. It's the big taste of the unique McRib sandwich, smothered in tangy barbecue sauce with slivered onions, served hot and fresh on its own special roll. You'll go for it in a big way.
There are so many obstacles in the way, and there's always an excuse to quit. It's too hard, too much pressure. I knew it wouldn't be easy, but I was determined to succeed. If it wasn't basketball, it would be something else. I wanted to do something with my life. And let's face it, if you don't have your high school diploma, you don't have a shot. Stay in school. It's your best move.
Coming up later on The Tonight Show. You think you got problems? Wait till you hear about Tom Arnold's.
When your wife can make fire rain down from the sky, then we're going to talk. We should all be scared right now, just having me here.
And speaking of relationships, what's up with basketball star Dennis Rodman and Madonna?
Just imagine this, though. Me and Madonna having a baby.
NBC tonight.
Okay, well, I'm ready to go skating.
Girl, you can't go out there wearing that.
Why not?
Well, because you might catch a cold. Wait a minute. Here you go. Oh, better, right?
Chill with the Fresh Prince, Mondays on NBC.
Experience the excitement of frontier life this June 10th, 11th, and 12th at the Lewis and Clark Festival in Onawa, Iowa. There's lots to see and do, including a Buckskinner's Primitive Camp, keel boat display, buffalo burger feed, Omaha tribal dance, fun run, and arts and quilt show. The Lewis and Clark Festival, June 10th through 12th, is supported by State Savings Bank, Hutchinson Chevrolet Oldsmobile, Barry Lumber Company, Frank V&S Variety Store, State Farm Insurance, Nelson's Bakery.
I'm Channel 4's Lori Dumstorff. This week we'll be in Hinton, Iowa for our hometown. If you ask how this town got its name, you may get more than one answer. And soon these volunteers will be swinging golf clubs instead of hammers. That's our hometown, Hinton, Iowa, Monday at 6 on KTIV Channel 4.
Our hometown, Hinton, Iowa, is brought to you by Farmers Cooperative Company, Long Branch of Hinton, and Weinrich Truck Line Incorporated. As part of For Siouxland's Children, KTIV Channel 4, Northwest Banks, Wendy's, and Northeast Community College encourage you to make the smart move.
From Emerson Hubbard High School, I'm Nicole Anderson.
And I'm Eric Martin. If you mess with drugs and alcohol, you're messing with your future.
As you celebrate prom and graduation this year, do it with style. Leave drugs and alcohol out.
Make the smart move. Celebrate with style. Leave alcohol out. You're watching KTIV Channel 4, NBC for Siouxland.
In a new world, a new standard of excellence, NBC Sports.
Tonight on Siouxland's News Channel, as the Flight 232 Memorial dedication nears, the people who inspired the spirit of Siouxland reflect on the tragic day that changed their lives. We'll meet Spencer Bailey and the man who carried him to safety. And Weather Ron says some showers may be on the way. Details next.
You do with your money will affect your future.
No investment is too small. We can start with any type of investment. It's important to get a disciplined approach.
First Star Financial Focus gives you important answers for your financial planning.
Provide for secure retirement, or maybe even plan for their children's college education.
If you have a question, write to First Star Financial Focus, Sioux City, Iowa 51102.
We're going to tell you about different options that are available.
Wednesdays on Channel 4 News at 6, sponsored by First Star Bank. Live from Siouxland's News Channel. Proud to be a part of the St. Luke's Children's Miracle Network Telethon. This is Channel 4 News.
Good evening. After a year and a half in the making, the sculpture immortalizing the rescue efforts following the crash of United Flight 232 should arrive in Sioux City within the next couple of hours. The statue features a likeness of a Colorado boy who was rescued from the 1989 crash that killed his mother and injured his brother. Tonight in a Team 4 report, Channel 4's Bruce Scheid talks with young Spencer Bailey, who will attend Sunday's dedication. We'll also hear from the man who rescued Spencer, Air Guard Officer Denny Nielsen. And we'll talk to the sculptor who created the statue from a photograph of the event. First, here's Bruce Scheid.
Brownell Bailey believes that the statue that will be the centerpiece of the monument should inspire us, that it should be a positive influence in the wake of a terrible tragedy.
The statue holds the hope of survival. That photograph was my first indication that Spencer was still alive, and I saw in it just a strong symbolic hope for the future and in the caring and custody of our youth.
that going to feel kind of funny to be able to look up there and say, that's me?
Yeah.
He's glad to be alive. Glad to be able to play and be able to be there to go see it.
Beaumar, Colorado, a Denver suburb where the Baileys live, is far from Sioux City, about 600 miles. Despite the distance, the Baileys will be making the trip this weekend for the dedication of the Flight 232 Memorial.
Well, we grew in the course of Brandy's convalescence. We grew to be very close to a lot of the nurses on the 4th floor at St. Luke's, and still remain in touch with them, and certainly with Colonel Nelson, who, of course, was the one who helped carry Spencer out, but also with Lynn Harder, who was with the 185th, who actually retrieved Spencer from his seat. We've focused on what good things can become of our lives and how to redirect efforts toward having a new family fabric.
The fabric of this family remains strong, even though tragedy has torn through it. In Beaumar, Colorado, Bruce Scheid, Channel 4 News.
Many of the people involved in the rescue of Flight 232 will be in Sioux City for Sunday's 3 p.m. dedication, including the man who carried Spencer Bailey from the wreckage. Channel 4's Eric Thorstensen continues our Team 4 report with his story.
Military person, soldier Lynn Harder. I saw her coming toward me through this debris, and she was stumbling through the debris, and she had this small child in her arms, and I'd known her for a number of years, and she said my name, and she needed help carrying this child because of all the debris, and I walked over and took the child in my arms, and from there I went and put this child in an ambulance.
Colonel Dennis Nielsen didn't realize a photo of that moment would be seen throughout the world.
I didn't see it for 2 days. Yes, I was very surprised. I didn't see it for 2 days. I had called my wife, and she said, well, your picture's on the news all over the country. And I said, oh, okay, because I hadn't left the scene of the mishap for, like I say, for 2 days. And I figured this picture was somebody back in the crowd this big, and my wife was just real thrilled that she could see me in it. And I had no idea it was that picture.
Even though the photograph will forever connect him with Spencer Bailey, the colonel helped out many on that July day in 1989.
Even in the case of this small boy, it was such a fleeting thing, and there were so many things happening. I was the senior officer there for the Guard on duty at that time, so I was mostly involved in directing our people to help.
Colonel Nielsen lives in Washington, D.C. now. He's the Chief of Safety for the National Guard Bureau. He'll be back to see the unveiling of the Spirit of Siouxland sculpture.
I don't look at that statue as myself. I look at that statue as the people of Siouxland, and I hope when everybody in Siouxland looks at that, they see themselves in that statue, because that's the people that were there, and that's the people that did it. They're the courageous people that did this.
Eric Thorstensen, Channel 4 News.
And the man who made the sculpture arrived in Sioux City last night. Dale Lamphere of Sturgis, South Dakota, was commissioned to capture the spirit of the rescue. Channel 4's John Grosvenor has his thoughts on the memorial.
Artist Dale Lamphere arrived in Sioux City Thursday night. Today, he inspected the site where the sculpture is to be placed.
I'm real pleased to see the quietness and the discreetness of this setting. I think it'll be what it's intended to be, which is a place of contemplation and meditation on the strengths that people derive from this event, and also on the memories that were generated during that time.
The statue depicts Colonel Denny Nielsen carrying 4-year-old Spencer Bailey from the wreckage of the DC-10. Lamphere says the image has become a universal symbol of the readiness and spirit of Siouxlanders.
For many people, this event was very traumatic. I certainly feel that and felt that as I was creating the work. It also brought out great strengths that have transformed the community as I understand it, and I think that that's what our lives are about, transformation, taking the events that happen to us and the energy that's generated during that time and making use of it in a positive way, and Sioux City is a good example of that.
Lamphere was commissioned to create the memorial statue more than a year and a half ago. Since then, he's spent hundreds of hours researching the crash, getting to know as much as he can about the people involved.
I mean, there are hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of hours involved in a process like this, part of it in research, part in the actual creation, part in the very subtle stages of the end process. And that's where I'm most heavily involved. I mean, that's where I lock the studio doors and pay close attention to the people and the event and try to bring some life and character into the work.
The 600-pound bronze sculpture will be set in place Saturday morning, immortalizing the date, July 19th, 1989. In Sioux City, John Grosvenor, Channel 4 News.
People attending the Sunday 3 p.m. dedication should park at the auditorium parking lot and take the pedestrian tunnel under I-29 to the site. The site is next to the Anderson Dance Pavilion along the Missouri River. Well, 50 years after Allied troops stormed the beaches of Normandy, a Siouxland man remembers the struggle, his injuries, and the freedom he helped win. His story still to come.
So we're at the dealership and I want to test drive a new Sierra, and my wife says it's a truck, I want a car. And I say, this is better, it can haul things, move things. And she says it'll ride like a truck. And I say, no, Sierra's got fully independent front suspension. And she says, it's still a truck. And I say, it's got side door guard beams, rear wheel anti-lock brakes, and 3 across seating. And she says, how much? And I say, that's all if we buy now. And she says, that's all for all that? And I say, yeah, and we can use it to move the kids out. And she wrote the check so fast sparks flew from the pen. Sierra from GMC Truck.
Welcome to Economics 101. Lesson 1. We can't spend tax dollars we don't have. We can't afford it. This isn't about ABCs. This is about 1, 2, 3. Lesson 2. To reduce the debt, you have to say no. By voting no to increase spending, taxes, and big government, I've said yes to taxpayers, seniors, business, and our children. I've proven the formula works in Iowa. Now let's take the lesson to Washington. I'm Senator Brad Banks. Class dismissed.
12 big hours. One big day. 50% off every carpet store-wide at Carpetland USA. Free financing? You bet. Buy any carpet, any color, any style. With no money down. No payments for 1 year, no interest for 1 year. One big day. The biggest one-day 50% off sale of the year. Carpetland USA's 12-hour Saturday-only sale. 50% off everything. Sneak preview hours Friday 5 to 9 p.m.
Lots of copiers claim to be outstanding in their field, but one line stands above the rest. Sharp Copiers from Iowa Office Supply. From desktop models to complete systems, Sharp Copiers are famous for their dependability. And Iowa Office Supply has a fleet of factory-trained technicians to service what we sell. So, if you're looking for a copier that's truly outstanding in its field, look for the one that's blown away the competition. Sharp and Iowa Office Supply. We mean business.
They were only married 2 weeks before he died, but a Florida woman is hoping to have a baby with her dead husband's sperm. Husband Manny Maresca was killed in a car accident last month. Wife Pam Maresca says she wants a piece of him to live on. The sperm was surgically removed from her brain-dead husband and stored in liquid nitrogen.
It's all like a big miracle, you know. I mean, if I can't have my husband, I at least have the option to have a piece of him, you know, carried on. And that is what's holding me on right now. You know.
This is only the second time that such a procedure has been tried in the U.S. The first effort failed, and doctors say the odds of success this time are only 30%. The Clinton administration wants to prevent businesses from forcing their workers to only speak English. The U.S. Supreme Court may decide if a California company can enforce that rule for its Spanish-speaking employees. It's asking the justices to overturn a federal appeals court ruling which has already upheld the English-only requirement. Well, the Siouxlander is among the thousands of Americans being honored for their efforts on D-Day. 50 years ago, a Cherokee resident won a medal for his bravery after scaling the cliffs of Omaha Beach with his crack Ranger unit. Channel 4's Nikki Thompson has his story.
Gene Elder was 23 years old when he became a member of the Elite Ranger Battalion Association during World War II.
To be a ranger, you had to be at least 6 foot tall. You had to be single. You had to have a year's service and previous service in some other unit, a military unit. You couldn't have glasses. You couldn't have any false teeth. You had no broken bones.
When he landed at Normandy, Gene was accompanied by 225 other Rangers, but after D-Day, only 90 would remain. During our conversation, Gene focused on the glory and honor of war, although he did say that war is not kind.
I tell you that war isn't all that nice, but the people that was in the Rangers, we didn't mind it. Our training was so severe.
Elder was one of the lucky ones. Although he lost 2 fingers in battle, he did return home. Gene received a Purple Heart for his injuries during the war. He also got the Bronze Star for his role in holding off the Germans.
We stopped 2 counterattacks there within an hour and a half, something like that. Time don't mean anything out there when somebody's shooting at you, you know. You don't have time to look at your little timepiece.
When Gene went off to war, he left behind a fiancé.
It's been a privilege, and we have enjoyed the freedom that Gene fought for while we raised our family, and we could raise them upright.
Hundreds of men like Gene Elder fought in wars to preserve our freedom. On this, the upcoming 50th anniversary of D-Day, it's important for us to remember those who didn't make it. In Cherokee, Iowa, Nikki Thompson, Channel 4 News.
Up next in weather, we've got a warm weekend on the way and possibly some rain. And later on, well, political debates can be pretty heated, but this gives new meaning to political infighting. Stay with us.
Growing up on her family farm in Ida County, Sheila McGuire learned basic Iowa values. Values like hard work, teamwork, family, community service. Today, Dr. Sheila McGuire runs her own small business in Boone. She's advised the White House on rural health care. And now Sheila wants to take those same Iowa values to Washington, because Sheila McGuire believes government should work as hard as we do. This Tuesday, let's elect a real Iowa girl, Sheila McGuire.
Now, what's the idea here?
You want to hit the ball and put in that hole over there.
The Iowa Lottery has a golf game for first-timers and old duffers alike. It's called Strokes of Luck, and you win by matching par on any hole. You could win 4! Well, there's more like 9 chances to win on every Strokes of Luck ticket. Find a hole-in-one and you've won an instant $18,000 cash.
That was easy.
Scratch players love Strokes of Luck. And place lots of money, also from the Iowa Lottery.
We've told this elephant that starting June 19th, she'll have to dial 1 plus 712 for most long-distance calls within the 712 area code. Because elephants are known to have extraordinary memories, we know she won't forget. Remember, that's 1 plus 712 starting June 19th.
Folks, we're the Grandies, and wherever we go in Iowa, people come up to me and say, Fred, I want to vote for you in this Tuesday's Republican primary, but I'm not a Republican.
But you can still vote for Fred on June 7th. All you have to do is show up at your polling place and change your party affiliation.
You just fill out this card. That's all it takes. You can change back anytime you want.
So whether you're an independent, a Democrat, or a Republican,
together we can do great things. Folks, we need a change. Please vote in this Tuesday's Republican primary, and I hope you vote for me.
The folks at Lincoln Mercury wanted me to tell you about the great things happening at your Lincoln Mercury dealer. But I'd rather show you.
Now drive away in the new Tracer Trio. Trio comes with leather-wrapped steering wheel, rear spoiler, and 7-spoke aluminum wheels, plus free 3-year roadside assistance. All that for a price that's over $3,100 less than Corolla DX, almost $750 less than Saturn SL, and over $2,000 less than Honda Civic DX. The time for Trio is now.
If I were you, I'd stop watching television and get down to your Lincoln Mercury dealer now.
Rhonda Mars joins us now, and chances some more rain, I understand.
Possibly. Tomorrow night there's going to be a chance maybe into Sunday as well, but the one thing is for sure, we will be warming up today. Very pleasant out there. All kinds of sunshine. All the clouds staying well off to our south and to our east early in the day. And as the day went along, well, we stayed clear, but look what happened off to our west. A big line of showers and thunderstorms developed all the way from the western parts of North Dakota on down through South Dakota and into the panhandle of Nebraska. These are continuing tonight, but for the most part, we've seen the strongest storms already, and they're going to start losing intensity. So the big question is, are they going to get to the Siouxland area? Probably not. We'll may see just a few of the clouds from this system, but then we'll clear out and we'll see some sunshine for tomorrow before everything shifts off to the east for tomorrow night, and that could be another chance of thunderstorms. But in the meantime, I mentioned those warm conditions. Well, the jet stream taking a nice big turn up to the north. Down to the southwest, for over the past 5 days or so, they've been sizzling, anywhere from 105 to 110 degrees. Things could get even hotter here in our area, warm conditions, and as I mentioned, chances of isolated thunderstorms throughout the weekend. Our high today in Sioux City, boy, a comfortable one, 75 degrees. Our low ended up being 49, so we're a little bit below our averages in both categories. Yesterday, pleasant 72, and our records are 95 and 39 degrees. Highs off to the west of Sioux City. A decent day, as I mentioned. Creighton 76 degrees all day long, mostly sunny skies. Yankton 78. Sioux Falls, the warm spot at 81. And Alcester came in at 79 degrees. Off to the east of Sioux City, once again, mainly in the 70s. A few 80s popping up. Cherokee saw a high of 81. Storm Lake and Sac City both in the mid-70s. Carroll came in at 76. and Ida Grove 82 for their high. Our friends at KDSN Radio excited for Heritage Days this weekend. They were saying they hope for good weather. As I mentioned, for the most part, not too bad. Currently across the Siouxland area, a pretty wide range of temps. Sioux Falls sitting at 70 degrees. Once again, they're the warm spot. Down to the south, very cool at 59 degrees. Here in Sioux City, we're right in the middle. Clear skies and 64, 65% relative humidity. Our winds are out of the south at 8 miles per hour, and our barometric pressure on the rise at 30.07 inches. Across the rest of the Midwest, where we have some cloud cover, it's holding warmer temps in. So Rapid City sitting under cloudy skies, but 73 degrees, whereas off to the east, like Chicago, still cool, 56. Dubuque and Des Moines both sitting at 63 degrees, and as I mentioned, all the thunderstorm activity mainly staying off to our west and down to our south. Things have certainly quieted down. If you saw the National Radar Summary at 6 o'clock, it was lit up like a Christmas tree. Well, now things quietly, gradually slowing down out there. Down to the south in parts of Florida, they saw as much as 3.5 inches of rain today. All sparked by that stationary front that's still meandering throughout the southeast part of the country. That will continue to slide off to the southeast. We had high pressure come in over the Great Lakes, so that gave us sunny skies today. But as that continues to pull off to the east, we'll get southerly winds in behind it. It's going to pull up not only more warm air, but more humid air as well. So we're going to start feeling a little sticky over the weekend. Thunderstorms developing off to our west. Maybe by tomorrow night we could see some of those into the Siouxland area. And in the meantime, some warmer highs tomorrow. Temps mainly in the 80s. As I mentioned, a little more muggy. So partly cloudy for the overnight hours. Not as cold. Look for a low right around 58 degrees. Tomorrow morning then, we'll be warming up quickly. A few clouds out there. Temps mainly in the 60s, and for your afternoon hours for your Saturday, we'll be heating things up. Partly cloudy and breezy, and look for a high right around 85 degrees. Southeasterly winds a little bit strong at 15 to 25 miles per hour. In our extended forecast, we'll be looking at that chance of thunder showers tomorrow night into Sunday, 86 degrees, and then even more of a warm-up as we head into Monday, 92, and then maybe very late in the day Tuesday, 91.
All right, thank you very much, Rob. Sure. Still to come on Siouxland's News Channel, a new study suggests that kids who eat too many hot dogs might develop cancer. The details when we come back.
Republican Tom Latham has the real-life experience to make changes in Congress.
You know, when you're talking about building a business, raising a family, meeting a payroll, I've done it. Iowans believe in honesty, hard work, and personal responsibility. Those are the values that I've lived by and the values that I want to bring to Congress.
Farmer, agribusinessman, husband, and father. Tom Latham, a Republican bringing Iowa values to Congress.
Diamond Vogel quality lasts longer. That's why architects specify it.
Diamond Vogel.
Contractors count on it.
It's Diamond Vogel.
And homeowners? They choose Diamond Vogel because they want their paint job to look good and last. There's value in every gallon, and that's important. Whether you're putting the finishing touches on a client's dream home, painting and protecting your own house, or just helping out a neighbor. Diamond Vogel paints, because quality lasts longer.
Life ain't fair, my freezer is bare. Ain't got no Wells blue bonnet, got the Wells blue bonnet blues.
Nothing beats the blues like Wells Feature Flavor Crunchy Munchy. Caramel flavored ice cream splashed with chocolate sugar cone and almond crunch candy morsels. It's a crunchy munchy delight.
We got to cure Wells blue bonnet because it tastes so good. One bad bonnet.
It's time to play ball with the Sioux City Explorers and KTIV Channel 4. Larry Puppy takes you behind the scenes of X's baseball, interviews players and coaches, and exposes you to the social side of professional baseball. X's Dugout, Sunday nights at 10:30, starting June 19th on KTIV Channel 4, your official Sioux City Explorer station.
Okay, let's talk about the best reasons to buy a Ford Escort. 1, Escort is the #1 small car in America, outselling all the imports. 2, Escort has a standard driver's side airbag. Plus, you can choose from 4 LX models, all loaded with great standard features and all at one low price that's thousands less than the competition. Here's one more reason. Lease any Escort LX for just $199 a month for 24 months. When you're talking the best small car value, the reasons add up. Ford Escort. Reason enough to see your Northland Ford dealer.
A new study suggests there might be a link between eating too many hot dogs and childhood cancers. Researchers found that children who eat more than 12 hot dogs a month are 9 times more likely to develop leukemia. And children double their risk of brain tumors if their mother eats at least 1 hot dog per week during pregnancy or their fathers ate hot dogs before conception. It's believed the cancers could be triggered by nitrites that are used to preserve processed meats. A new poll shows Yankton's Democratic candidate for governor is far behind his primary challengers. Only 8% of those polled say they would vote for former Yankton legislator Red Allen. Former Dakota Wesleyan president Jim Bedow leads with 38%. Public Utilities Commissioner Jim Berg has 25%. 29% are undecided. Now, on the Republican side, the race between incumbent Walter Dale Miller and former Governor William Janklow is too close to call. 48% say they'll vote for Miller, 41% for Janklow, 11% are undecided. After 2 years of testing, the USDA is giving the go-ahead for the use of a new soybean that can withstand a dousing of Roundup weed killer. Monsanto has developed the genetically altered bean. The company hopes the bean will be on the market within a year and a half. Checking the markets, the Dow Jones 30 Industrials up not quite 2 points today, volume 270 million shares. For the week, cattle 1,000, the steer top $66. The trend was $1 higher, 1,324 hogs at Sioux City. Butcher top $41.50, the trend 50 cents lower. On the cash grain market today at Sanborn, corn was down 8 cents, oats unchanged, beans down 15 cents. Corn on the Chicago Board of Trade, July corn and September corn both down 7 cents. July beans down 14 cents, August beans down 16 cents. And on the Mercantile Exchange, August cattle down $1.10, July hogs down 80 cents. Next in sports, the Twins try to end a losing streak in Detroit, and the Sioux City Breeze try to end a 6-game skid against St. Louis tonight. Brad Pouch will have the highlights next.
They lurk in your fields, popping up everywhere you look. Foxtail, barnyard grass, volunteer corn, crabgrass. Yes, it's a jungle out there. But you can control annual grasses and weeds with Fusion. It makes you king of this jungle. Fusion. It's the easy choice.
With nearly 500 stores in the affiliated family, we buy together to sell for less. This keeps our fleet of trucks busy delivering to your local independent affiliated store. So you'll always get the freshest quality foods possible and the most value for your dollar at Affiliated Foods.
There's a Heart of America extravaganza at Affiliated Foods. 28 or 32-ounce bottles of Del Monte ketchup are just 99 cents. Rich's Whip topping in a 12-ounce bonus container is only 89 cents. 10 to 12-ounce Minute Maid frozen orange juice is 99 cents. And all 16 and 17-ounce varieties of Del Monte canned fruit are 4 for $3. For more savings like these, check the circular from your participating Affiliated Food store.
Thank you.
For these savings and the freshest quality foods, shop at your independent affiliated food stores, where we always give our best to you.
Check out the fantastic truckload sale at R&B Furniture. We have trucks arriving daily with fabulous specials like this 7-piece living room group for $5.99. Bunk beds only $189 complete. Twin beds starting at $119, and this dinette set just $149. Easy payment program, financing available. The fabulous truckload sale going on now at R&B Furniture. Open Monday through Friday 10 to 8, Saturday 10 to 6. R&B Furniture in the Transit Plaza next to the Half Price Store, Sioux City.
For 10 years, Iowa legislator Mike Peterson has been fighting for family farms, education, and working families. Mike reformed Iowa's budget so the state no longer spends more than it takes in and helped to make Iowa's welfare reform legislation a national model. Mike's worked hard to keep Iowa one of the safest places to live and bring up a family. So what's the best thing Mike Peterson can do for Iowa now? Move to Washington. Vote Democrat Mike Peterson for Congress on June 7th. Let's give Iowa's best to the rest of America.
Brad Pouch in for Larry Putney tonight. Sioux City's soccer team trying to break a string here.
That's right. When they started this team, they said, you know, they'd be playing teams from, like tonight, St. Louis, big city teams, and they thought they could compete, and they said they could. Well, so far it's been tough. The Sioux City Breeze soccer team hasn't gotten off to a great start. In fact, they've been pretty bad. The Sioux City Breeze went into tonight's game with St. Louis on a 6-game losing streak, but on the bright side, they did score a season-high 3 goals in their last game against Columbus, Ohio. And it was a great night for soccer as the Breeze were in trouble early, though. The Knights of St. Louis, Bill Baumhoff centers a corner kick for a good scoring chance, but just goes over the net. Things continue to get worse for the Breeze. Midfielder Chris Hull was taken off the field by a stretcher, but he should be okay. Meanwhile, scoring chances continued for St. Louis as the Breeze goalie makes a nice diving save there. Sioux City did take advantage of their scoring chances. Joe Scanlon sets up Dave Rosenberger for the goal. Breeze up 1-0 at the half, but the lead would not last. St. Louis gets 2 in the second half, and they beat Sioux City tonight 2-1. The Breeze are now 1-8. Check out high school soccer scores from the area tonight. Sioux City Heelan girls at the girls' state tournament beat Urbandale 4-0, and the Sioux City East girls beat South Sioux 6-0. Holly Vortherms had 4 goals, and good night for her. It was also her birthday. Sioux City West girls win down in Des Moines 4-2 over Waukee, and South Sioux boys beat Dakota Valley 3-0. The Sioux City Explorers still have 4 spots to fill in their roster for opening night on Tuesday night in Sioux Falls. Trying to become one of those 22 is rookie catcher Heath DeStichter. The Sioux Center, Iowa native was a 3-time All-District pick at Briar Cliff, and he's trying to take the next big step to pro baseball.
I think I got a pretty good chance because they have to fill so many rookie positions, and I think I'm doing a pretty good job. Just my hitting hasn't come along yet. As long as they keep saying come back to the yard, I'm going to come back.
All of the college kids, they do well in college, and they think that it's the next step up, like from high school to college, and sometimes it is, sometimes it's not.
DeStichter and the X's take on Sioux Falls in an exhibition game in Mitchell, South Dakota on Saturday night. In the majors tonight, Twins in Detroit. Plenty of offense in this one, as expected. First inning, Travis Fryman just does get this into the seats. It's 1-0 Detroit. Next batter is Cecil Fielder, and yes, we wouldn't show this if it didn't go. Back-to-back homers, 2-0 Detroit. That's Cecil's 13th on the year. Minnesota did fight back, though. Alex Cole, who weighs about the same as one of Cecil's legs, hits it out. 5-2 Twins, but Detroit wins this one 9-8 in 13 innings on Cecil Fielder's second homer of the night. Check out Major League scores. Jose Canseco had a pair of 2-run homers as Texas beats up on Boston and Kansas City beats New York 7-4. White Sox double up on Baltimore, and Milwaukee is leading California in the 6th inning. Cleveland with a 5-2 lead on Oakland, and Toronto is leading Seattle 4-1 in the 6th. Over the National League, Montreal beats the Cubs 3-1, and Florida beats San Diego 5-1. Interesting note in this game, 15 hits in the game. They were all singles. New York over Cincinnati 4-3, and Atlanta beats the Dodgers 8-5. St. Louis over San Francisco, Ozzie Smith with a home run there, and Colorado beat Pittsburgh 6-4. The Iowa Girls State Tennis Meet is going on this weekend in Waterloo. In Class 1A, Jill Ohm of Lamar's won her first 2 matches and is in Saturday's semifinals. And the Cherokee duo of Sherry Cohn and Jenny Llewellyn are in the doubles semifinals after a pair of wins. And in Class 2A, North High's Sarah Herbeck lost in straight sets, and Heelan sophomore Cindy Schatz also lost in 2 straight sets. At the West Early Bird Softball Tournament this afternoon, Lamar's battling Westwood. Lamar's up 3-0 in the second. Runner on third, and Jody Scheitler hits a ground ball to third base. The throw goes to first for the out, but Molly Peters comes home. It's 4-0 Bulldogs. Westwood did get back on the board in the third. Nicole Sherrill uncorks a wild pitch to the screen. With the bases loaded, Rebels cut the lead to 5-2, but Lamar's would make it 6-2 in the 4th inning. The Bulldogs score from second after the steal and bad throw, and Lamar's goes on to win this one 8-5 over Westwood. Check out high school softball scores. Lamar's Galen over Remsen St. Mary's in that West tournament 9-0, and Sioux City West beats Akron Westfield 4-0. Cindy Folan of West had 16 strikeouts and threw a 1-hitter. Whiting over Galva Holstein 7-2, and Wall Lake View Auburn beats Manson Northwest Webster 9-1, and Sioux City Heelan beats Western Christian tonight 20-4. Heelan did that on only 11 hits. High school baseball, Lamar's Galen over Hinton 14-2, and Sergeant Bluff Luton gets a no-hitter from Brian Herron. They beat Spalding Catholic of Granville 11-0. Two other baseball scores from tonight, Remsen St. Mary's and Sibley Ocheyedan also winning. And as you just saw, the Knicks have forced a Game 7 in the Eastern Conference Finals. Knicks led by 11 after 3, but the Pacers caught fire again in the fourth. Tied the game at 91. Reggie Miller had 27, but Indiana didn't score after that, and the Knicks win this one 98-91. Game 7 is Sunday at 6 o'clock from Madison Square Garden, and you can see that game Sunday night right here on Channel 4.
All right, thanks, Brad. Back right after this.
Tuesday, the Iowa and South Dakota primaries will set the stage for November. Decision 94 is ready to let you know the winners and losers. Reports from the Woodbury County Courthouse will bring you results first and fast. Channel 4 News will keep you informed with special updates beginning at 8 and continuing until the results are final. Bringing you results on the issues first and fast. Your news, Channel 4 News on Siouxland's News Channel, KTIV Channel 4.
Finally tonight, if you think politics is rough and tumble in this country, well, you haven't seen anything yet. During a debate in Taiwan, a rude comment about the underwear of an opposition member led to a slap. Well, the slap led to some hair pulling, and the fight was on. This just one in the latest of a series of fights that have broken out this week as the assembly in Taiwan debates changes in that country's constitution. Boy. Would you like to see Bob Dole duking it out with somebody?
Slightly different in other countries, doesn't it? Yeah. I don't think that would happen here. As far as the weather goes this weekend, not looking too bad. We're going to be warming up. Tomorrow morning, though, pleasant temps in the 60s, topping out in the mid-80s tomorrow, and maybe some thunderstorms by tomorrow night.
Thank you, Ron. Brad.
Tomorrow night, we continue our look at the Sioux City Explorers as they get closer to opening day. We'll talk with Dan McDermott, who's an Explorer coach, and he also coaches the Briarcliff baseball team, so we'll talk about him with the changes between college and pro players. There are a few, as you would imagine.
I would assume. All right, thank you, Brad. Well, that's it for this Friday, but remember, the Children's Miracle Network Telethon begins tomorrow night at 8 o'clock, runs through Sunday at 5:30. We hope you'll watch and give us a call and make a contribution to help Siouxland's Children's Services at St. Luke's Regional Medical Center. See you this weekend, everyone. Good night.
Hi, Super Dave Osborne here, getting ready to roll across the country singing the praises of these great-looking Hager wrinkle-free cotton pants. You know the ones, 100% cotton, look great, out of the dryer, no ironing. I'll be covering more than 25,000 miles wearing these beauties. So come out and see me. I just wonder if Hager knows they're paying me by the mile. Uh-oh! Yahoo! Oh!
Look for new Hager cotton shirts where you find our pants.
They're still not wrinkled.
Don't hold back, every family needs squeezing. Don't resist, Charmin's softness is more pleasing. Everyone should have some squeezing fun, and with squeezable softness, Charmin's the one.
Don't hold back. If you want the softest tissue you can get for your family, Charmin's the one, the only one. So squeeze away.
Nothing says softness like Charmin, so give it a squeeze.
So I saw this new GMC Jimmy and I said, hey, I already have a car, but this is better because it can carry things. And a Jimmy's comfortable and it's strong and it's tough and it's so cool. And it drives just like a car, only it's a truck, which is great when I want to get away from it all and still take some of it with me. And you sit way up high like you own the world. And the GMC truck dealer had a special lease on it with a low payment I could actually afford. And I want one now because it's bigger, better, badder like a truck, but it rides just like a car. Jimmy from GMC Truck. Anyway, I already have a car.
I change my hair with my moods. Shape it, sculpt it. I totally control it. With Nexus styling gels, it's up to me.
Nexus styling gels to create and condition any hairstyle.
I may be unpredictable, but my hair always behaves. It's Nexus hair.
My hair was really dry and brittle until I treated it with Nexus Humectress.
Humectress moisturizing conditioner makes dry, brittle hair soft and shiny.
Dry hair? Never again. It's Nexus hair.
It's a boy. I didn't want to cry because it would make my wife cry, and it's emotional.
For moments this important,
Kodak introduces new Royal Gold film.
There's nothing more important in life than your kids. I guess the rest of my life is going to be devoted to them.
New Royal Gold is extra sharp, extra clear, for the details you'll save for a lifetime.
Think he looks like me. So we named him after the right person.
New Kodak Royal Gold, for the moments that matter most.
What's been added to Nabisco shredded wheat? Not fat. Definitely not sugar. And not a pinch of salt. Because unlike those other leading cereals, Nabisco shredded wheat is made from just pure, delicious, 100% whole grain wheat. So, what's been added to Nabisco shredded wheat?
Milk's good.
Nabisco shredded wheat. It's just naturally good.
Well, look who's here. The gym class joke.
That was before fat-free rolled gold pretzels.
Prove it, pretzel boy.
Must be the pretzels. Wanna dance?
For great taste that's fat-free.
Must be the pretzels.
It must be rolled gold.
Life ain't fair, my freezer is bare. Ain't got no Wells Blue Bonnet, got the Wells Blue Bonnet Blues.
Nothing beats the blues like Wells Feature Flavor Crunchy Munchy. Caramel flavored ice cream splashed with chocolate sugar cone and almond crunch candy morsels. It's a crunchy munchy delight.
We got to cure Wells Blue Bonnet because it tastes so good. One bad bonnet.
Hi, I'm Ken. Shop your hometown Siouxland Super Value stores for savings and quality products.
USDA Choice Beef Boneless Top Sirloin Steak, just $2.59 per pound. Musselman's Applesauce, only 79 cents. Old Orchard Frozen Apple, Orange, or Grape Juice, a 12-ounce can, just 79 cents. And remember, double coupons every day at Super Value.
Hi, I'm Bob. Shop your hometown Siouxland Super Value store for a free carry-out service to your car.
Here in Hidden Valley, freshness is a way of life. A day old is one day too many. So it's not surprising folks kind of insist the one ranch dressing we give you calls to mind herbs you cut yourself and a creamy goodness only moments old. Original Ranch from Hidden Valley, where freshness is a way of life.
This Goodyear Aqua Tread pumps away over a gallon of water every second with its Deep Groove Aqua Channel. That's 396 gallons per mile. Think about it. The all-season Aqua Tread, only from Goodyear.
How am I supposed to fall asleep with this pain? I could take one of those nighttime pain relievers with a sleep ingredient, but all I really need is Advil. Advil is so effective, it relieves the pain, so I can get to sleep.
Advil, advanced medicine for pain.
As part of For Siouxland's Children, KTIV Channel 4, Norwest Banks, Wendy's, and Briarcliff College encourage you to make the smart move.
Hello from Storm Lake High School. I'm Mary Crandall.
And I'm Ryan Anderson. All of us have fond memories of our high school years.
As we approach prom and graduation, we'll be creating new memories.
Keep the memories clear. Celebrate with style. Leave drugs and alcohol out.
Make the smart move. Celebrate with style. Leave alcohol out.
Tonight on Conan Show, Polly the NBC Peacock with some exciting gossip.
Urkel's a transsexual.
Really? Plus from Frasier actor David Hyde Pierce and the ventriloquist dummy choir. Watch Conan tonight.
There's been a lot of sign changes in the Siouxland automotive industry in the past 27 years. In fact, there have been well over 27 in 27 years. One has had 6 different names in the last 8 years. Why? It's got to make some customers nervous. Will they be here tomorrow? Are they getting this for a quick buck? Who's going to service my car a year from now? At Charlie Zook Motors, we added Chrysler Plymouth in '82 and Mitsubishi in '92, and we have grown with them. Some dealers buy and sell franchises like baseball cards. We think more of our products and customers than that. At Charlie Zook Motors, when we change signs, it's because they wear out.
12 big hours. One big day. Saturday.
50% off every carpet store-wide at Carpetland USA. Free financing? You bet. Buy any carpet, any color, any style. With no money down. No payments for 1 year, no interest for 1 year. One big day. The biggest one-day 50% off sale of the year. Carpetland USA's 12-hour Saturday-only sale. 50% off everything. Sneak preview hours Friday 5 to 9 p.m.
When you've got a job to do, but I know how to work for you. Coast to coast, know how.
Lawn care is easy with the help of Coast to Coast and Mastercraft mowers made by MTD. To see these quality mowers, visit Mike Wilness in South Sioux City. In Cherokee, see Don Hawk. And in Morningside, visit Dennis Johnson. Coast to Coast, your mowing and yard care headquarters.
Coast to coast, know how.
Sports reporter Brad Pouch on Siouxland's News Channel.
Who's that behind those Foster Grants?
Ladies and gentlemen, let's wrestle!
Hi, Rick. Hey, Brian. How the wife and kids?
How's your mom? Good. She says hi. Good. And the winner of tonight's match receives Ice Cold Bud Light. Bud Light!
For the great taste that won't fill you up and never let you down, make it a Bud Light.
It's been observed that nobody ever smiled before 1900, which was roundabout when the Hershey bar was invented. Coincidence? We don't think so.
This bench gets a professional finish with Krylon spray paint. No runs, no drips, no errors. Dries to the touch in minutes. The other brand's still tacky. Whoa! What a game!
Good game, Mr. Euchre.
He's a lot tougher than he looks. For a fast, smooth, professional finish, get Krylon.
Excuse me, could you tell me how to get to Bakersville? Sure. Take 23 north to M33 west to I-14 south, and you're there. Thanks. You bet.
Excuse me, can you tell me how to get to Bakersville?
Head right over those mountains.
Thanks.
See your local Jeep and Eagle dealer today.
Through Sunday at Bedquarters, save 3 ways. It's Bedquarters 3-day, 3-way sale. 1, every King Coral mattress is on sale. 2, all Techline furniture is on sale. 3, every futon and electric adjustable bed are on sale too. Plus, with any purchase, get 3 bonuses. Free financing, free next-day delivery, and free removal of your old mattress. It's a 3-day, 3-way sale. Save on mattresses, Techline furniture, futons, and more. At Bedquarters, where you'll find the lowest mattress prices in town.
After years on the road, some small cars find themselves in a tight spot. But of all the small cars built in the past 12 years, more Escorts are still on the road than any other. And when you realize Ford Escort is a better small car value than its leading competition and offers 4 models for the same low price, it's easy to see how the competition stacks up. Ford Escort.
Jenny Gwillem, Vice President, LL Bean, talks about a better way to clean your clothes.
Clothes look old from washing, not just wearing. Look at this shirt. It just looks older than it should. We did extensive testing, and what we found is that New Tide really kept the clothes looking newer longer.
This new garment looks old after 30 washings, but New Tide cleans better than ever because there's less fuzzing and fading, so clothes keep that new look longer.
New Tide really worked.
If it's gotta be clean, it's gotta be Tide.
And we're really excited to tell our customers about this discovery.
I never fought a ticket before, but it was the principle of the thing.
Good morning, Your Honor. I brought 2. You're not a lawyer. Remember, you are not a lawyer.
Tim Price, Officer Ken Duncan.
It's making an illegal right-hand turn going east on 5th.
Introducing wrinkle-free, 100% cotton Dockers.
Entirely true.
Because there are times when just getting dressed isn't enough.
I got it, Mr. Price. Let me see these. Case dismissed.
Dismissed?
You may go, Mr. Price.
Gravity. It's more than a fragrance. It's a force of nature. Gravity. For men. You couldn't resist it, even if you tried.
TGI Fridays has me on these fresh cut greens to promote their fresh cut greens, like delicious grilled chicken Caesar salad, fresh greens loaded with charbroiled chicken. Whose idea was this?
Everyone looks forward to Fridays.
After a career filled with turmoil, Barry Pierce stopped the unstoppable Steffi Graf. Now can she beat Sanchez Vicario for the championship? The French Open presented by Fresca, tomorrow on NBC.
Two young lovers on a wilderness retreat.
I got a really bad feeling about these guys.
But this is one vacation
I couldn't have said it better myself.
they may never survive. This Sunday, hold on. The adventure in action begins here. Love on the Run, NBC Sunday.
Oh, no.
As part of For Siouxland's Children, KTIV Channel 4, Norwest Banks, Wendy's, and Takia Westmore University encourage you to make the smart move.
Hi, my name is Dawn Hurst.
And I'm Ethan Johnson from Lamar's Community High School. Drugs and alcohol don't make you smarter or sexier. They just mess you up.
And mess up any chance you have at a decent future.
Celebrate with style. Leave drugs and alcohol out.
Make the smart move. Celebrate with style. Leave alcohol out.
Tuesday on Dateline, she was a Navy lawyer assigned to stop sexual harassment at sea, but she became a victim instead. You won't believe what happened after that. And Thursday, a special Dateline investigation. Go inside the world of the car thief and see how easy it is to steal your wheels. Jane Pauley, Stone Phillips, a double Dateline, Tuesday and Thursday.
Don't pet the dog. Don't pet him whatever you do.
Pinkard and Bowden are songwriters. Pinkard and Bowden are musicians. But Pinkard and Bowden are not normal.
Elvis was an ark in rhinestones after dark.
Now, for the first time on television, Pinkard and Bowden, doing what they do best, getting stupid.
In the tail light glow, I see them.
Why do we call them Sandy?
Blue hairs driving in my lane.
Daddy sang bass.
Mama sang tenor. Me and little brother sang bass and tenor.
Any similarity between Pinkard and Bowden and other famous country music stars is strictly intentional.
Mama, she's lazy, lazier than me.
I guess I drank too much again. Help me make it through the yard.
Ooh, I'm driving my wife away. She can't take another day.
This collection contains 22 twisted hits by the original Twisted artist.
She thinks I steal cars. Oh, I lobster and never flounder.
Pinkard and Bowden, getting stupid. On 2 LPs, 2 cassettes, or compact disc. Here's how to order.
Have your credit card ready and call toll-free 1-800-257-2323. That's 1-800-257-2323. Or send $14.98 for 2 LPs or 2 cassettes, or $16.98 for compact disc. Plus $4 shipping and handling to Getting Stupid, P.O. Box 7400, Department L, Libertyville, Illinois, 60048.
Sports Director Larry Putney on Siouxland's News Channel.